Hansen and Randy Wegmeister. Here we go with the win, the 43-yard attempt for the left-footed kicker, Nick Myers. Reiner is the holder. Snap is a good one. The kick is up. It's going to be long enough. And it's good. Nick Meyers with a 43-yard field goal gives Yankton a 9-3 lead. 11:50 to go here in the second quarter, and we'll take a break. Be back in 30 seconds with a kickoff on KYNT Sports. Well, Nick Meyers with a nice high kick that went right through the middle. 42-yard field goal. Randy, what about that drive?
Well, this time a 72-yard drive. It took the Bucks 10 plays this time. 4 minutes and 31 seconds off the clock. 42-yard field goal by Myers. Good. It looks like a lot of field goals on the board, but it's not. It's 9-3 Yankton.
And there's a long kickoff by Myers, and it's going down right there to the end line. And in fact, it just went into the end zone. Touchback. And Yankton will not mind that because Aberdeen of number 1 and number 2, and both teams deserve to be right there. 11:46 to play in the second quarter. It's a 9-3 score, Yankton. Myhre will be the single setback here. Now it's got a single wing formation as the rain really is coming down, and Aberdeen Central is going right into it. There's a handoff, and Yankton misses a tackle there on Cutler, and he squares around and just gets 2 yards. Look like he might have more room. That is Brock Cutler, who gets a 2-yard run, and this will really test your resolve out there on the field. Second down and about 8. As in the backfield, you've got Cutler there. Normally they'd have Jim Salfrank, but he's injured. 4 receivers. Heupel back to pass, being rushed, and he's hit, and he still gets the completion. Out to Norman. We'll see if that's just short of a first down. Boy, nice. So third down and a couple to go here. Early in the second quarter. Now a double backfield here. Heupel back to pass, little square out pattern. It's caught out there. Graf makes a catch, breaks a tackle, and gets a first down as he's got the football out there to the 38, we'll call it. Norman, the leading receiver, is averaging about 15 yards per catch with 7 touchdowns. Again, Heupel back to pass, has some time, floats one out. Nice play by Tweeten. Oh, boy, they throw a flag for interference against Carl Tweeten. You see a lot of pass interference penalties called. Anything that's even close, they're going to call it. Well, into the teeth of this wind here. Back the pass, Heupel tosses it out. It's caught. And Norman is right there at the first down stripe. We'll wait and see. Boy, Heupel was hit hard, but he got...
Maybe I'm wrong in that statement. At least we're dry.
I think we've got Dan Springer as our official spotter back here. Dan?
I see lots of spots.
Thanks.
Well, everybody's scurrying for the umbrellas and the garbage bags now to go over the heads.
Oh, boy. This is not going to be easy for the players. Second down. Just about a foot to go here. Heupel will sneak it, and he'll get the first down. So Josh Heupel, oh boy. First and 10 for Aberdeen Central. Josh Heupel back to pass, being rushed hard. Football down, and it is incomplete. Boy, good coverage there. Glad you're here supporting the Bucks. Second down and 10. 3 receivers, 2 backs in the formation. Heupel drops it. Football loose. Yankton recovers it. A fumble. And, boy, I'll tell you, you can easily see how it would happen in rain like this. But Heupel fumbles it. Yankton right there. Merkwan on top of it. And Yankton picks up the turnover. Now first down and 10 for Yankton on the first turnover of the football game. Bucks have the football at their own 36. Single wing formation and okay.
You can go out and wipe the spots off our window then, Dan.
Going away.
First and 5. Here's Budig off the left side, trying to turn his way around, and he'll get 1 yard under these conditions. But nonetheless, it's the same for everybody, and it'll be second down and 4 here. All the players having to put up with it here. And there's a nice run for first down by Scott Nedved as he takes it across midfield and gets 9 yards on the carry. 8 minutes to play, second quarter. Yankton leading 9-3. Mehrman with a handoff to Worth. He's hit in the backfield and loses a couple. Boy, great rush. Jewelry in downtown Yankton. Also the Nutrisystem Weight Loss Center in the Trip Park Plaza. 2nd and 12 here for the Bucks. Handoff. Nedved's got some running room. He's got a first down. Scott Nedved taking it down to the 28-yard line before being brought down by Schaunemann back there. Wow, what a run there for Scott Nedved. 23 yards and a first down. 0.3 yards per carry. And he's right up to about 700 yards as a sophomore. First down and 10. Football at the Golden Eagle 29, we'll call it. Here's Worth trying to get around the left side. Slips. Gets back up and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing to score and take advantage of that turnover by Aberdeen Central.
Wouldn't mind running a few more minutes off the clock here before halftime, too.
6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Here's the handoff. Nedved trying the right side. Turns the corner barely before being brought down. And gets a few inside the original line of scrimmage, but it'll still be third down and long. But back at the 39, so it's going to be second down and 20. They've got to get to the 19. There's a double backfield behind Mason Mehrman. Mehrman's going to swing it around the left side. He's to the 35, cuts it back up, makes a nice run, breaks a tackle, and takes it back for about a 13-yard gain. Boy, there's a nice play by Mehrman getting down to the 26.
Okay. Successful line on that first drive.
We'll see if Yankton can get this one here. Third and about 7 to go. Mason Mehrman hands off to Jacob Worth. He turns the corner but can't get the first down. Worth gets about 3 on the carry, and we'll see what Jim Myhre decides to do here. Here we go. 4th and 3 for Yankton. Football's at about the 23-yard line. Big play now for the Bucks to keep the drive going. They lead it by 6 points. Mason Mehrman's going to try the right side. He's got all sorts of room.
He's got it
First
all the
down
way.
to the 10, to the 5. Mason Mehrman, touchdown. Mehrman, the senior quarterback, a 23-yard run around the right end, and Yankton now leads at 15-3. Boy, again, that faking into the middle, getting everybody to bite for the fullback or a halfback, taking it up the line, and then Mehrman showing that good sprinter speed around right end, 23 yards for the score. And now Meyers will go for the extra point. Mason Mehrman has 47 yards rushing and 4 carries, and on the season, that is his 9th touchdown. Okay, Yankton goes for 2 here with a 15-3 lead. Bucks will go for 2. And here's the handoff off right tackle, and Daric Budig gets in there for the 2-point conversion. That's a big one right there to give you that 2-touchdown lead. 17-3, the Bucks lead it. 4:27 to play, second quarter. Back in 30 seconds with a kickoff on KYNT Sports.
Bucks are family foods.
4:27 to play in the second quarter. Yankton with a great touchdown drive.
This time it's a 64-yard drive. It took 8 plays to do so. 4 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. Mehrman's 23-yard touchdown run on 4th down. 2-point run by Budig. Good. Yankton on top, 17-3.
And Nick Meyers with a long kickoff. This one down to the 5. It's going to be Norman trying the right side. Breaks one tackle, it's 15-20. Norman's got some room. 25-30. He's out near midfield, still breaking tackles, and takes it down to the 49. In fact, just shy of midfield. That's a great kickoff return there for Tim Norman of 44 yards and gives Aberdeen Central to 3. Yankton has scored on a couple of touchdowns and a field goal. Aberdeen Central getting a 32-yard field goal of their own from Petersen. But now in good position, and the rain and winds have slowed down here. Here's Heupel back to pass. Has time. Throws it long. And it's caught there for a big play. And it's caught out there by Huth as he takes it down to the 24. In fact, as a tight end, he's averaging about 22 yards per reception.
Big for a tight end.
interesting statistics here. Heupel back to pass again, hit hard, and the ball falls incomplete. Nice rush by Tony Pierce down there. Pierce along with Andy Holst in there to hit the quarterback. They have not sacked because Yankton then had that 66-yard scoring drive. 3:46 to play in the first half. Heupel back to pass. He's got some time here. He'll fire it into the corner, and it's just incomplete. Couldn't quite hit Graf. Boy, nice pass, though, into the wind.
Just the second third down occasion for the Golden Eagles tonight. They did convert on that low another try.
Football at the 24 of Yankton. This time for the Golden Eagles, they've got receivers split left and right. Two backs here behind Heupel. Little toss over there to Norman. Here's the handoff back to the setback, and he's trying for the first down, and he won't get it. Taking it down to the 19. That's a nicely devised play, but it ends up getting only 5 yards as Myhre couldn't quite get that little handoff there from Norman. Aberdeen Central will go for it, and they don't really have much choice here. 4th down and 5. 4th and 5 for the Golden Eagles. Back to pass Heupel. Has time. Floats it into the end zone. Huth. Down. Great pass there by Josh Heupel into the wind. And making the grab is Tom Huth for the touchdown. And touchdown pass. Okay, we've got Petersen on now to boot it up. A line drive kick is good. 17-10. Yankton leads with 2:53 to play in the half. Well, 10 points for the Golden Eagles. That's the most that any team has scored against Yankton this year. Here we are in the second quarter. Bucks lead at 17-10. Again, a fine drive here for Aberdeen Central.
This time it's a 51-yard drive. It took 4 plays to do so. Just a minute 34 off the clock. Heupel to Huth for 19 yards, and the kick after is good. 17-10. Yankton leads it.
And it'll be Petersen kicking it off. Yankton, of course, looking to get good field position and still have plenty of time to take it down for the score. Remember, to get a drive here and score before halftime. Petersen with the kick. And it's a good kick that Williamson fields at his 8. He's going to hand it off to Dykstra, trying the right side, looking for Holst to the 20-30. Aaron Dykstra with the 40. Dykstra speed! Boy, what a kickoff return down to the 8-yard line. Dykstra on the right side, and the Bucks in great position here with 2:38 to play in the half.
Nothing like getting you in scoring position right away.
A kicker who chased him down barely. The clock will start up. Football is at the 8. Well, we're having fun here. Scott Nedved comes in just in time, I think, to get in the offensive set here. Mason Mehrman hands it off to Daric Budig. A flag thrown. Budig takes it down inside the 5. Youngworth field. Aaron Dykstra with a huge kickoff return down to about the 8-yard line. But a 5-yard penalty by the Bucks has set them back now. 1st and goal to go at the 13. And you've got split out to the right side, Jeremy Fisher. Jacob Worth is the wingback on the right. Nedved and Budig are the setbacks here. Mason Mehrman at the quarterback, ran in for a touchdown on the last Bucks drive. Here's a double handoff, and Worth is hit in the backfield. That did not work. For here, as the Bucks are going in the wrong direction, 2nd and 16 now. 1:50 to go in the half. Will Yankton put it up in the air? Just be content to try and run a play or two here. Mehrman's going to go back to pass. He's looking in the corner, has a man, and it is incomplete.
Feeling we might be down for a little bit here.
Well, it's 17-10. Situation is one. Well, now the lights are on. It'll be interesting to see how you react after this. The lights are on. The players are back on the field. 3rd and 16 for Yankton. Football is at the 16. It's 3rd and goal to go. Big play now for the Bucks. Johnson splits out wide right. We'll see what Yankton does here. Budig and Nedved in the backfield. Mason Mehrman keeping it, trying the right side, and he's hit for a yard loss and hit hard. Well, that was some tough defense there by Aberdeen Central. Here's Nick Meyers now. And this time it's from the right hash mark for a left-footed kicker, 34-yard try. Well, we've got a flag. Someone jumped defensively. We'll see if Yankton had moved at all. Fighting first half, and a long first half it's been here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Here's a 29-yard field goal try now. The snap, pretty good one. Meyers with a kick, it's up, and it is good. Beautiful kick there by Nick Meyers. Yankton leads 20-10 with 48 seconds to play in the half. We'll take a short break. Back in
Saturday and Sunday, the Yankton
score. Yankton with the lead here. 48 seconds to play in the first half. Randy, that scoring drive.
Oddly, that was a 8-yard drive. They started at Aberdeen's 8-yard line. It took 4 plays to get the field goal. 2:05 off the clock, 29-yarder by Meyers. Good. It's 20-10 Yankton.
Okay, and here's the kickoff coming up by Meyers. Long kick, long drive right down the middle of the field to Norman. In fact, it goes to the end line. Boy, there's a nice offensive weapon with the wind. A big kickoff by, at least right before half. We'll see if the Golden Eagles try something here with wide receivers left and right. 4 receivers set here. Josh Heupel's going to roll out. And he's going to fire one down there. And it's caught for a first down. Nice play there. Out to Graf for 22 yards. And first down and 10. That play only took 6 seconds. The receivers changing sides here in the formation. 2 receivers now to the weak side of the field. Heupel's going to look to the right side. He's being rushed. Still has it. Fires it in the middle of the field. And you've got an incomplete there. Tweeting with pretty good coverage on Norman.
So again, I want to thank local Yankton fan Dick Bumpkin using his gloves to wipe all the raindrops from our window dry.
Hey, this is the clearest it's been in a while. Maybe about the last year. Josh Heupel, the quarterback. And boy, if he's got any time left on the clock, he's a threat. Here's a rush, and the pass is out. Nice grab out there by Graf. He steps out of bounds at the 35. Boy, fine timing play. Graf
back down to 24 now.
Boy, this is quite the passing attack here. First down and 10 now. Football at the 36. 24 seconds left. Heupel passing. The ball floats out, and it is incomplete. Norman was trying to make a great grab out there. Couldn't come up with it. Just a valuable person here at Crane-Youngworth Field for getting the lights back on behind us here.
Public Schools grounds man.
There's got to be some type of award for that. All right, second down and 10. Here's a little screen. Norman grabs it in the middle of the field, makes a nice move for 5 yards, fumbles the football. Aberdeen Central gets it back. They're going to have to call timeout real fast here. Lead over Aberdeen Central. A fun ball game tonight here, and it's only the first half. 6 seconds to play. Heupel in a shotgun. And he's going to try and get some room, and he's got some room to fire it down. Throws it into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Oh, brother. Tim Norman was alone in the end zone, makes the grab. Yankton's pass coverage broke down, and it's a 34-yard touchdown play. 20-16 the score. 20-16. Great play at the end of the half. Here's Petersen now going for the extra point. The snap is good, and the extra point is high, up and good. 20-17 at halftime. Yankton with the lead. than than it was billed. What do you think about this one, Randy?
Well, the fans, besides getting a little wet, I don't think they mind after seeing some exciting football from both sides. Kind of interesting, some of those baseball scores, along with that baseball score between Myhre and Huron. In football, 3-2, those teams are both 0-6 in the league, both looking for their first conference win and fighting it out with not much offense.
Well, as we look to the playoffs, Yankton will be hosting Sioux Falls Lincoln. We do know that. That'll be next Thursday at night here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Brandon Valley taking on Sioux Falls, Washington. That looks to be a pretty good matchup. And the other matchups, not quite sure of as of yet.
The possibility, 7-0, Sturgis right behind at 6-1.
And they beat Sturgis by a couple of touchdowns last week. So it's interesting as you get ready for playoffs. Of course, the Bucks defending champions, but having a real battle here. They've only really had the one close game this year. Close on the scoreboard, 6-0, Yankton over Mitchell. They had a big yardage margin in that game.
Huge first downs, yardage, everything big. Also were the turnovers big in their column. That's why they didn't get the points.
In that game, though, he still didn't have anywhere near like a sense of this game. It would have taken one big breakdown for Mitchell to pull it out. Boy, here's the kickoff. Here we go. Big kickoff for Meyers, and this goes into the end zone. Again, a great kickoff. Nick Meyers just crushing the football. But you know what, Aberdeen Central lasted 14 out of 21, 191 yards in that first half. Well, we'll see what happens here in the second half. The Bucks have scored every time they've had the football. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Golden Eagles have it here with 4 receivers in the formation. Myhre is a single setback, back to pass, Heupel. Square out pattern, caught there by Graf at the 30. Makes a nice move, making a cut to the 35, to the 40, and brought down by Tweeten out at the 47. Boy, that's some good running there by Dan Graf, and a beautiful pass, 27 yards on the first play. 4 catches for 81 yards. Norman has caught the ball 6 times for 86. Back to pass, little square out pass, caught looking for a block, and Worth with a fine tackle after a 1-yard gain. A little square out pass there that was caught by Cutler, but Jacob Worth avoided 2 blockers and made a good tackle. 16 for 23 passing here for Josh Heupel. 2nd down and 9. Golden Eagles have the football at their own 47. Josh Heupel straight back to pass. Throws it, Graf, same pattern. 1st down, and the football is down to the 39. Boy, that's a 14-yard gain right there. Here we go with Aberdeen Central now. Again, that 2 receivers left and right. Heupel back to pass. And the same play, but this time it's a little bit low, and Graf couldn't handle it. Good pressure there by Petersen by the KYNT Sportscasters Club, including American Family Insurance, Mike Lemon Agent, for all your auto, home, business, health, and life insurance, all your family protection under one roof. 10:37 to play in the 3rd quarter. Yankton leads 20-17. Golden Eagles into Bucks territory. There's a pattern, and it's well covered out there by Williamson. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 now. Back to Josh Heupel again. They've been close. Heine and Holst at the defensive ends. You've got Petersen and Pierce in there at the tackles. We'll see if they decide to blitz or they're just going to use their linebackers to cover the receivers. Back to pass is Heupel. Here's a pretty good rush, and well, Heupel stays on his feet and throws it incomplete. It looked like a 10-yard loss there as Tony Pierce had Josh Heupel wrapped up, but he was able to get it off, but still incomplete. Nice rush there for Yankton. 4th and 10 sets up, what's this? A punt. And 40 yards a kick. The best punter statistically, Ryan Heine of Yankton, averaging 42 yards a kick. Just a single back there is Matt Jensen back to receive the kick. Petersen, nice high kick, and Jensen will just let this go, and well, it goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Only a 20-yard punt here. Quickly marched it into Yankton territory before the Bucks defense stiffened up. Double backfield here behind quarterback Mason Mehrman. And here's the handoff to Daric Budig. Off left tackle, no yard. Well, 1 yard we'll give him. Daric for 46 yards and a touchdown. Budig has had a 2-point conversion, 2nd down and 8. Football at the 21. Daric Mortensen in the center. And Petersen and Sternhagen at the guards. And here's the handoff to Nedved. He's out to the 25, trying to fight his way for more yardage. Good run there by Nedved, getting out close to the first down.
Third down attempt.
No, the fourth downs have been pretty good.
Those have been fine. In fact, they've scored a couple times on fourth downs.
Mason Mehrman coming over the center. Double wing set here, third and less than a yard. Mehrman, the handoff to Budig. He's got some big yards and he fumbles. Aberdeen Central has it. The Golden Eagles have it at the Bucks 40. Oh, boy. Football right at the 40 now of Yankton. First and 10. Oh, boy, that's a turnover for the Bucks. You know how that turnover against Aberdeen Central gave Yankton a big momentum boost. Here's a handoff to Myhre, trying the right side. Daric, Budig, and they tackle him, and they're really giving Yankton a break, I think, when they run it. Lose a yard. Chris Reiner in there to help, along with Joe Merkwan. Run. Second down and 11. The Bucks with a 3-point lead, clinging to that lead as we're still early here in the third quarter with 8 minutes to play. Josh Heupel back to pass. He fires it into the middle. Ball batted around, and it's incomplete. Boy, Yankton had 4 red shirts there as Graf was trying to make the grab. It was batted up, but 41. Bucks defense trying to hold an outstanding passing attack. Heupel back to pass. He's going to sprint out, get some time, fires it down, and it is caught at the 15 down to the 10. Boy, great play there. 30-yard third quarter. Boy, oh boy. That was a great play there. Football at the 11 now of Yankton. 7:51 to play in the third quarter. It's 20-17. That square out pattern, the deep square out, has really worked for the Golden Eagles here on the left side of the field. To Dan Graf. Here's Heupel looking in the end zone. He's going to loft it up. And it's just incomplete. Boy, close out there to being a catch. Norman trying to grab it there right to 11 play that the Golden Eagles got a 30-yard completion. Here we go, second down and 10. Norman split wide right. Graf wide to the left. Reif is in there in the slot. Here's Norman, and caught by Graf, no gain. Nice hustle-up defense there by Joe Merkwan. A complete pass, but Basin and Norman have both caught 6 passes. Well, the Golden Eagles have passed very well when they've needed to tonight. Here's a big opportunity right now. Yankton with a lot of players in pass coverage. Now he's going to sprint out to the other side. He's looking back to the far side, throws it into the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Aberdeen Central takes the lead as Tony Huth makes the grab on the 11-yard pass completion. And boy, that was thrown perfectly because Yankton right to passing exhibition here tonight. Petersen will try to make it a 4-point lead. Great drive for Aberdeen Central. Snap is good, then kick is up high, and it's good. 24-20. Aberdeen Central leads Yankton back in 30 seconds with a kickoff on KYNT Sports.
When Vander
tonight for an incredible football game here on 1450 KYNT Yankton. And Randy, what about another great scoring drive for Aberdeen Central?
This time it took 40 yards after the fumble recovery by the Golden Eagles. 6 plays to do so, a minute 56 seconds off the clock. And another great pass from Heupel to Huth, 11-yard touchdown, the kick after good, and the Golden Eagles now lead 24-20.
Boy, and this is a long game. You get so many possessions in a game like this, especially in the second and third quarters here. My, 7:03 to play here in the third quarter. And here we go with a kickoff coming up by Petersen. He will line drive it, picked up there by Budig at the 30, and he'll take it to the 37-yard line and give Yankton pretty good offensive position right here.
It looked like they were going to hold 2 different times, and Heupel and the Golden Eagle offense, of course, never saying die as well, and boy, oh boy, some great play.
All right, we'll see what the Bucks can do offensively now. Here's the handoff up the middle. Deric Budig has some big running room, and he gets 11 yards, and that's what you do. After Budig fumbled on the previous play, you give it right back to him. And
Hired Warrior coming off the field right there, and a little hobbled. They'll take a look at him. Hopefully he'll be okay.
All right, into the game for Yankton. They've got Jensen there. Here's a run by Nedved on the right side, 10 yards, 15 yards. Scott Nedved takes it down to the 35-yard line. Well, we'll see exactly where they mark it, but there's...
Hey, well, I guess he will have that 28-yarder in the book, but boy, he's had some big runs here in this game, well, halfway through the third quarter here.
The Bucks trying to retake the lead here. Handoff to Worth, trying to pick his way for 5 yards. He's going to try and turn the corner. He's got 10. Jacob Worth with a first down, and he'll take it down to about the 20. There's some good running right there for Yankton.
3 plays and 3 first downs for the Bucks on this drive, so if any of the home fans were wondering...
Okay, they did have a flag, and I guess they waved it off.
Okay. I was going to see if any of the fans were wondering how the Bucks would respond. Haven't been behind. I don't think they've been behind in the third quarter yet this year. I wouldn't think it'd be the case. And how they'd respond to Aberdeen's coming back with 2 straight scores. Pretty good response.
Well, they haven't been behind past first quarter. They were behind to Brandon Valley after a huge touchdown run, behind to Rapid City Stevens after a field goal. But they're behind right now by 4. Yankton, moving the football down to the 20-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and it gains about 4 yards. Coming into the game, John Fisher. Nedved ends up getting about 4 yards on that carry.
Budig is down here on the trainer's table right now. The training staff from the medical clinic, Dr. Mark Rhodes, and the rest of the athletic trainers taking a look, looking at the ankle and retaping perhaps, and we'll see if he gets back in the game.
Here's Mehrman back to pass, has some time, floats out, man wide open. Christensen the grab at the 5. Christensen, touchdown Yankton, as Matt Christensen takes it in for a touchdown, a 16-yard scoring play for the Bucks.
Now that was the drive the Bucks needed, and oddly enough, scoring on a pass. And Christensen had one just before halftime. Took it on in for the score.
They lead at 26-24, 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. There's a lot more fireworks to come. Nick Meyers with the boot, and it's up, and the line drive goes through. Yankton leads 27-24. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Bucks march right down, and we'll be back with the Yankton kickoff in 30 seconds on KYNT Sports.
By Broadway, Yankton.
Well, a great scoring drive there, and a quick one in just a couple of minutes for Yankton. Randy, what about that drive?
Well, what an answer. Marched at 3 yards, 5 plays, and 2 minutes and 3 seconds off the clock. 16-yard pass from Mehrman. Good by Myers. Yankton back on top, 27-24. Get the feeling whoever has the ball last might win this game.
Boy, again, a big kick by Myers. This one taken at the 1-yard line. And Aberdeen Central not able to get much on the return, out to about the 21. As that was Norman taking it right up the middle of the field. Again, a big
play, or else the wind's died down. They did open the door, and the wind it's not blowing nearly as strong as it was, so that should be to the aid of Heupel and Aberdeen Central.
All right, here we go. Heupel's sprinting out, back to pass, fires up, and it's caught out there by Graf. First down. Boy, again, he just fires that ball, and Graf catches everything thrown his way, and this one will go for a 14-yard completion. And
of a quarterback on the move, an Elway type who can get out of the pocket, get set up on the sideline, make the throw, and he gets to that sideline and looks right down and finds the receiver, and it's a straight shot just right down the sideline, and receiver's coming back upfield to meet him halfway, and it's quite a combination they have here between him and 5 or 6 or 7 guys, it seems.
There's the handoff and running play. Nice move there by Cutler. Gets about 7 yards. That's by far the best running play for Aberdeen Central tonight.
He's Heupel, and he gets away from you, and then you get him in the grasp, and he makes a long throw. And they haven't sacked him yet, I don't think. They've come awfully close about 3 or 4 times, but I don't think they've gotten him down yet.
They have not. Heupel back to pass. He's been rushed hard. Fires in the middle. This time it's overthrown. Worth with pretty good coverage there on Huth. And a nice rush by Merkwan. I think Heupel threw that just a bit before he wanted to. Heupel, I've got him 21 out of 34 for 288 yards.
Oofda.
And if we missed a yard or two, well, that's still outstanding. Third down and 3. For the Golden Eagles, football at their own 43. Heupel back to pass. He's being rushed, and he is sacked. A big sack there for Yankton. Oh, boy. Andy Holst in there to make back for Yankton. Ryan Heine, Tony Petersen. Play.
Boy, this last couple minutes of this game, that last drive, this defensive stand for Yankton, you feel that tide turning back to the home team. Bucks will get the ball back, and an important series coming up for Yankton. A big, big third quarter team. This has always been their quarter all year long.
Back to kick is Petersen, as that was a 12-yard loss on the play. Snap a little bit low. Petersen, a nice high booming kick into the wind. Jensen has it at the 30. And he's just going to go out of bounds at the 36. So a nice 41-yard kick there for Petersen in football game.
Bucks fans, as always, appreciate good defense and stood up and give a nice round of applause to the Bucks defenders as they come off. As you mentioned, just a couple, three people who play both ways for the Bucks. And Daric Budig is one of those, and he's still getting his ankles taped here on the trainer's table, so he's still not in there for the Bucks.
All right, here's a single wing offense now for Yankton. Nedved's in motion. Handoff to Worth, no gain. Matteau in there.
He's always that threat to go up the middle, and little wing-back handoff just didn't quite have the oomph that it would with Budig in the lineup.
2nd and 10, Jeremy Fisher will bring in the play, and even though he plays the split end, he's right there tight. Everybody in there tight for the Bucks on this offensive formation. Here's a handoff on the counter play to Worth, and he spins for about 4. And that'll set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 to go. The third down and long now for the Bucks. They got that pass completion for a touchdown for Mehrman to Christensen just a moment ago. Big play now for Yankton. After stopping the Golden Eagles, you want to keep a drive moving. There's a running play to Nedved, and he gets 2 yards, and Yankton will have to punt it away. So they
other than the fumble from Budig early in this quarter, but otherwise we'll see what it does for the opposite end. They brought a lot of fans. This is about the first time I can remember in a long time that the stands on the other side are pretty well packed. And there's some red, but there's a lot of other colors in there too.
All right, you've got Ryan Heine back to punt it away. Looking to get a good kickoff here with a win. Nice snap. Heine, plenty of time. Oh, line drive kick. Might be tough to handle. Takes a great Yankton bounce. Where's it going to end up? It's going to be inside the 10. It rolls dead at the 7. Boy, oh boy, that turns out to be an outstanding kick for the Yankton Bucks. Against any other team, this would be a great field position. Against Aberdeen Central, it might just mean one more passing play.
They sound a little optimistic, a little too optimistic, maybe.
We'll see. Yankton would just love to get a turnover here. Of course, they had that big quarterback sack to stop the last drive.
Now, as they say, pinning the ears back and just coming at him. That's the disadvantage for Aberdeen Central. Boy, can you imagine if this team had just a mediocre rushing attack, just a little bit of a threat.
Well, and again, they are missing their best runner.
Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right there. But statistically, there's just no numbers up there as a rushing team. They just plumb don't do it. That's all there is to it.
Okay, and you're right. They've got 5 receivers in the formation. Heupel with a pass. It's caught for a big play. Norman out there. Big play out to the 30, close to the 40-yard line.
Passing play for the Golden Eagles. Don't get it wrong, because Yankton defensively has played a pretty good ball game. They haven't given up any real long plays except for that last play at the end of the half, and otherwise haven't given up any real long touchdown scores. So they've made Aberdeen put drives together. So they've done that pretty well.
Here's a little square out to Reif. He makes the grab, gets a nice block, gets 2 good blocks. There's going to definitely be a clipping here. Clipping or a hold against Aberdeen Central. The block looked real good, but
a team that only won 1 game a year ago, so we'll see. A couple breaks go against a team. Sometimes they'll start to question themselves. It'll be a good test of their confidence as well, and a good measuring stick for them going into the playoffs as well.
Boy, watching the team, I'm surprised those other teams were able to stay with Aberdeen.
Yeah, I am too.
I mean, this is incredible in not very good conditions. Back to pass, being rushed hard. The little shovel pass, and it's incomplete. That's just going to be an incomplete pass. A dangerous play there.
Yeah, no doubt.
23 for 37. Got Sternhagen in there, it looks like, at a defensive tackle, along with Pierce. Heine and Holst are the defensive ends. Matt Christensen in there playing linebacker, a position he hasn't played very much. Jim Myhre trying to keep the defensive troops fresh here. There's a long pass. It's way overthrown. So an incomplete pass there that will end 24. Yankton leads Aberdeen Central and a mile, but 25 yards. However,
well, I'm not feeling too comfortable with it. I'll put it that way.
yeah, they just completed a 30-yard pass here a minute ago, a 34-yard pass for a touchdown. So we'll see what happens. But certainly a tough situation here for the Golden Eagles. Football on their own 22-yard line. They are going with the wind. They passed incredible into the wind, so I don't know if it'll really matter much. Ball's on the left hash mark. Big play to start out the fourth quarter. Yankton 27-24 lead. Heupel in the shotgun, and he's going to sprint out. He'll look, fires it down the middle. Well, it's all overthrown. Not even close there to the receiver, Reif. Incomplete pass.
Was popped as soon as he let go of it. He's been hit a few times, but he's gotten the ball away almost every time. Well, what has it been, 1 sack or 2 sacks, I guess it's been. That's been just about it.
We've got Dykstra and Jensen back. Nice punt there by Petersen. Dykstra has it, and he'll try the right side. Just about dropped the football. Picks it back up, and he is taken down there right around midfield. In fact, we'll call it right at the 50-yard line. So,
as they say, move the sticks, keep the defense off the field for a while to get some rest, and as you mentioned, a touchdown would be great. A field goal would be good, and either way, just get some points on the board here.
Daric Budig back in as the fullback. They'll try him on the first play. He's got 5 yards. He has 10. Budig for 50. Yard carry for the Diesel. The Diesel comes back in after he had been railroaded there for a minute.
Well, I guess,
play there. Good blocking by the interior part of the offensive line for the Yankton Bucks. 1st and 10 all the way down to the 28. Just starting the fourth quarter here. Now we've got a handoff up the middle again. Budig gets about 5 there on the carry. Well, they're going to go right back to him.
It's a touchdown here. Might put it away a little bit, even though it's not going to be safe till the very end. But that's the bad thing. You have a game like this, your last game of the season, and you turn around and get in the playoffs on Thursday. So,
oof, boy, that's
want to spare the body as much as you can.
Coming up quick. Here's Mehrman. This time he'll hand it off to Nedved, who breaks it to the 20, to the 15. Scott Nedved going for the end zone, and he is taken down just short at the 1-yard line. Scott Nedved takes it to the 1, where the Bucks will have 1st and goal to go.
What a play, and you have to time until Nedved decided which way he wanted to go. And a big play, and a chance for the Bucks to open up not a comfortable lead, but a wide lead here.
Wider.
Wider is right. 1st and goal
at the 1. Yankton looking to take it in. Hand off to Budig. Touchdown, Yankton. No problem. 33-24 now. Yankton with a very quick, effective drive on the ground, and Derik Budig gets a touchdown from 1 yard out.
After this game, I didn't know if the Yankton offense could produce 33, 34, 35 points. I just wondered a little bit. It's been about 3, pretty much 3 touchdowns a game for the Bucks, but they certainly have done a job tonight.
There's a snap. Reiner's going to throw for it. Has some time. Fires into the back of the end zone, and it is incomplete. He was out of the back of the end zone. Pretty close there. Okay. Well, we'll have the free prices all month long at the Globe Clothiers, downtown Yankton. Scott Kustra, Randy Alexander, and Dan Springer here. What a game this is. Yankton leads 33-24. Randy, that touchdown drive.
It was a quick one this time. 50 yards, took only 4 plays, and 1:42 off the clock. Budig, the 1-yard touchdown run. The point for 2, no good. Yankton leads 33-24.
The squib kickoff is down there by Tadlock at the 25-yard line.
Until you see maybe the 17-point lead.
Yeah.
We remember seeing a 16-point lead in the championship game against Rapid City Stevens.
Yeah.
You know what happened there.
Yeah, with less time than this. 4 receivers set here for the Golden Eagles. 1st and 10 football at their own 25. Back to pass Heupel. Getting a pretty big rush. Setting up a screen. It's caught, and Myhre dropped after a couple-yard gain there. Joe Merkwan in there to make a nice stop for Yankton.
Boy, beautiful play from Merkwan. The alignment conversion. If it was confidence in your defense or confidence in your offense for Yankton coach Jim Myhre, but one way or the other, he figured that they'd make it up somehow or another. And We'll have to wait and see.
All right, here's Heupel back to pass. Graf has a man who's got the grab, and he fumbles it out of bounds. That actually ends up losing a couple of yards for the Golden Eagles. Or the second quarter there.
Yeah, second quarter for that matter, too, yeah.
Yeah, they're really playing good, and the defensive secondary not giving up the big plays here, at least not at this point. Here's just two receivers, two backs now. They're going to try and run for the first. The carrier dropped it, picked it back up, and it's going to be real close there at the 35.
I don't think for the measurement, but Jim Myhre standing right there by the ball, so maybe he looked over there and says, well, they got it. Go ahead and give it to him. Let's move.
First down and 10 for the Golden Eagles at their own 35. Snap to, and there's a little screen pass to Norman. He's got 5 yards, breaks the tackle. He's got 10. First down out to the 48. Nice play there as Tim Norman gets 13 yards.
And they were really successful with that in the first half, and now they're going with these screens, which Yankton about half the time has done a good job of shutting down.
First and 10. Shotgun here for Heupel. He's going to sprint out to the left. Rushed, fires back across his body, and it's incomplete, just thrown behind the receiver, Norman. 25 out of 40.
Hey, here's the book.
We do have the book. We're going to be able to find it.
It wasn't a lot, though. Our completions was 143, I think it was, wasn't it?
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Randy Alexander.
Well, that book's one of the greatest things to come around a long time.
It is good. There's a high snap, but Heupel has you sprinting out, being rushed hard, and he was really hit there, and it's an incomplete pass. Tony Pierce putting the quarterback down hard on the turf. Okay. Very good, Dan. Passing attempts in the season, Bob Brimmer in 66, 143.
He's had 45 already.
Yeah, I know. Oh, boy. Yeah, but they have rushed the ball 5 times.
Well, there you go.
Third down and 10. A great passing attack here. Yankton leading 33 to 24. Big opportunity now for the Bucks defense. Oh, the snap, but Heupel controls it. Now he slips, gets away from the tackler, fires. Oh, no! Wide open. Graf touchdown in an easy one. Kept his balance.
Had him sacked. I really did. I think they broke down and said, we got him, it's over as far as this drive, and no.
Petersen will try the extra point. It's 33 to 30. Big extra point try right here. Snap is plenty good, and the kick is up and good. 33 to 31. Eagles kickoff in 30 seconds on KYNT Sports. 3 to 31. Great offensive play there from Heupel to Graf. And Randy, what about that scoring drive?
Well, for the 11th time tonight, a scoring drive in this ball game. This one, 75 yards, took 6 plays, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. The big 53-yard pass to Graf. Kick is good, and Aberdeen back to within 2. Yankton leading 33 to 31.
Boy, oh boy, here's the kickoff coming up with the win from Petersen. He hasn't had much of a chance to kick in this direction, and he kicks it low. And boy, Williamson falls down, but he picks it back up and stays on his feet. He's going to try the near side. He's being snowed under, and the football's back there about the 11-yard line. Evan and Yankton deep in a hole, and you certainly can't make a mistake right here. We'll see what happens.
Well, if the Bucks could order right now, if you could order one thing right now, you need one of those about a 5 or 6 minute drive that ends in a touchdown. That would be what the Bucks would need to put this game away.
Here we go. Yankton's offense leading by 2. Handoff up the middle, and Budig there gets a couple of yards.
Mistake not be enough with this Aberdeen offense.
That has been incredible. Heupel's pass for 390 yards. He's thrown touchdown passes to Huth, to Graf. Huth has caught a couple, actually. And here's Mehrman keeping the ball. He's got some room on the near side to the 15, to the 20, and he's hit out of bounds. Nice move.
Good shots, and boy, there's Spearfish out there still undefeated, so you never know. But it's going to be an interesting playoff, that's for sure, but an interesting rest of the game going here.
Now we've got 6:45 left. Here's a third and a long yard for the Bucks. Mehrman with long snap count. He'll sneak it, and he's got it. Nice call there for Yankton as Mason Mehrman able to get the first down on the quarterback keeper. He gets 4 yards. 35 to play in the game. 33 to 31 Yankton. Off to the right side is Johnson. Split into the right, and here's a snap and the handoff to Nedved looking to the right side, and he's got decent yardage there, about 5 yards, as he takes the football out close to the 30-yard line. And a couple of nice touchdown run, too, and early in the game for 28 yards. There's a 2nd down and 5 for Yankton. Here's Nedved again. Got a wide hole to 35-40. He's out to midfield. Scott Nedved down to the Aberdeen Central 45-yard line. Is that a flag down?
I think it may have been a right side. First, he had a little bit of time off the clock because the play ran, but on top of that, at least it happened upfield to where you get 15 yards from the spot. So at least now you're facing a 2nd down and 8, or 10 yards from the spot. At least you're getting 2nd down and 8 instead of line of scrimmage when you'd be sitting there at 2nd down and 20 or 18 or 19, somewhere in there.
Here's the 2nd down and 8 play. Budig off right tackle, and he rolls for about 6 yards. He'll set up a 3rd down and short again here for Yankton. Drive that started at their own 10-yard line, and they've taken time off the clock and taken it out to the 32. 3rd and 2. Single wing is Nedved on the left side. Mehrman will hand it off, and Daric Budig will ramble for the 1st. He gets 5 yards. The big senior fullback injured there for a while in the 3rd quarter, but Daric Budig says 1st down on that 5-yard gain. He's up to 95 yards for the night.
Managed to get enough for the 1st down to keep the clock rolling, move the chains, and Bucks continue to eat up some yardage here.
Double wing set now for Yankton. 4.5 minutes to play. And handoff there. Well, that's Nedved able to get about 3 yards. Boy, some nifty ball handling there by Mason Mehrman. Scott Nedved Club, including the folks at Service Master. They'll clean your home to your complete satisfaction, or they'll do it over at no extra charge. Call 665-7080. 2nd down and 8 for the Bucks. And football by Mehrman. He's got a 1st down as he makes a nice fake and takes it into the secondary. Brought down at the 48-yard line. A 9-yard carry for Mason Mehrman.
Boy,
this is fun.
I'll tell you, though, this timeout right here for Aberdeen Central's defense, that may come back to haunt them. They may need that timeout, because if Yankton does not score a touchdown on this drive, they are definitely going to be in the ballgame, and they may need a timeout to get that last drive going.
All right, here for the Bucks, 1st down and 10. And up the middle, only a yard there for Daric Budig. Well, I think it was probably important enough for Coach.
Have 1 left now, right? But yeah, you're right. It's kind of like if you don't stop them, your game might be over as it is, and your offense may not have a chance to win it for you at all.
Double wing set here. Mehrman's back to pass. And now he's being rushed hard, but he escapes to midfield. Mehrman makes a great move, 45-40. And then he might be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Mehrman gets up to the 28-yard line.
And what a big, big play. What that wouldn't have done for Aberdeen Central's defense. To sack Mehrman back there, he got out of it. Not only that, but was able to pick up the 1st down, huge yardage, get back to the middle of the field instead of getting knocked out of bounds. Keeps the clock rolling down to 3 minutes to play here in the ball game.
Boy, I remember a huge run late in a game against Watertown a year ago by Mason Mehrman, but this one even more spectacular, the way he got away from the defenders. 1st down and 10, the 28 for the Bucks, down to 2:45 left. There's the handoff to Worth, and he takes it to the 25, a 3-yard gain. Yankton ball carriers wrapping up that football. The clock continues to move, down to 2.5 minutes left. 2nd down, 7 for Yankton. Take it in for a touchdown, and you win the game. And Yankton, of course, obviously taking as much time as they can getting to the snap here. 2:10 to play. It's Mason Mehrman trying to count off every last second. He'll snap it, and he's going to keep it. Trying the left side and loses 3 yards as he slipped there. And was brought down. Pretty good defense by B.J. Bell. Down, and then they don't turn the ball over. Third down and 9. What do you do? Arlen Lickness and Jim Myhre sent in the double wing set for the Bucks. Mason Mehrman will hand it off to the sophomore Scott Nedved, and he'll just gain 1 yard. So the Bucks cannot complete the play for a first down. The Bucks going for it here, 4th and 9. Here we go. This is really the play of the game now.
No doubt.
1:45 left in the game, 4th and 9. Here's Worth in motion to the left side.
Oh, motion on the far end.
Mehrman is, yep, we've got a flag here.
And, oh, poor guy.
5-yard penalty.
For Yankton Red by choosing your transfer in the shirt or jacket style you like best to create your very own style. Lots of different Bucks, Gazelles, and Yankton transfers to choose from. YHS and Yankton caps in stock too.
A couple plays are really taking. Single wing set here. Over the 10, down to the 5. Yankton's gonna. Oh. Mason Mehrman with a great move on a 4th and 14. Mehrman takes it down inside the 5-yard line. Incredible.
Correct me, but I think that's the first time Yankton's run the option all night. I don't think I've seen Mehrman run that option. It came on. He did have and wow.
Oh, my goodness.
What a
the
play.
Clock will move here. 1:35 to go.
Well, now, like I say, now with away. Because don't know if they have enough time. You can eat all the time off the clock with 5 yards, but maybe they can.
Okay, here's the snap to Mehrman. He'll quarterback sneak it. That's the right play. Just don't drop the ball. And he gets about 2 yards, and you've got to run 2 more plays, whether you get the touchdown or not. The scrimmage, and then another great cut there as he was getting the first down yardage.
They get spoiled by college and pro football, and watching the replay about 4 or 5 times, there's been about a dozen plays tonight I would love to have seen replays on. Oh, goodness.
40 seconds to go. And Yankton just has to snap it one more time here, basically, depending on how long the play takes. Down to 35. Mehrman will take his time. Okay, he's just going to kneel on it. That's the best thing to do here. 28 seconds left, and Yankton, an incredible football game to end the regular season, to give Yankton the ESD championship and the top seed in the both of these teams.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be probably one of the most interesting playoffs we've had in a long time here in South Dakota.
There. Regular season. Cool. Tonight, Yankton defeats Aberdeen Central 33-31. We'll take a couple of minutes timeout here, catch our breath, and recap some of this wild scoring that went on here tonight. 33-31, Yankton wins it. Back in 2 minutes on KYNT Sports.
It's one more way that Save You More really does save you more.
Well, good evening and welcome to a very special segment of this week's Let's Talk Yankton. As you can see, we're here live tonight at Crane-Youngworth Field in preparation for tonight's first-round playoff game between our own Yankton Bucks and Sioux Falls Lincoln. It's going to be a great game tonight, obviously probably on camera as well as for those of us that are here already. It has indeed turned to football weather. The wind is blowing, the temperature is down, and the fans are rushing in. So it's going to be a great night to watch football. We're glad that you're here, and in just a few minutes we're going to be talking to some of the parents of some of the players, getting some of their reflections and input on what the season's been like and how exciting it's been for all of them. So we'll be back in just a minute talking to a few sets of the parents. We thank you for joining us tonight on Let's Talk Yankton. All right, welcome back. Again, I'm your host, Charlie Hutchins, for Let's Talk Yankton, and our first parent tonight is Mrs. Judy Heine. Judy, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, it's fun to be here.
It is indeed, and hasn't the weather changed for football?
Oh, it has. This wind is not what we planned on, but we'll take it anyway.
That's right. Now, Judy is the parent of one of our football players, and his name is?
Ryan Heine.
And his position?
He's a defensive end.
Did you see that? Quick for a mom, defensive end. Hey, what do you think about the great season the Bucks have had?
Great season. They're so excited to do it again this year, to win all the ESD. It's been great.
It sure has.
Fun watching them.
It's been a real treat, and the guys are just playing so good together, aren't they, as a team?
They're friends, and they play like a team, and you can just tell it.
They really are. We're glad you're here tonight. We look forward to a great game with Sioux Falls Lincoln, and hopefully, how about this, we'll see you next Tuesday night.
That's right. We'll be there.
Very good. Thank you, Judy.
Yeah, thank you.
We're supposed to look up there.
All right, welcome back. We are here with Mr. Morris Reiner, a parent of one of our players. Morris, tell me your son's name.
Chris Reiner.
Chris Reiner, and position?
He plays a free safety position.
Free safety, and what?
And also backup quarterback.
Backup quarterback. Hey, what about this undefeated season so far?
Well, it's going great so far, but as you know, when we get into the playoffs, you never know what can happen.
That's right, and tough team tonight, no doubt, in Sioux Falls Lincoln.
Oh, they'll be up for us. There's no doubt about that. Last week they lost a close one right in the last play of the game, so they'll be ready to recover from that tonight.
Yes, they will. And so I know that everybody's up out here at Crane-Youngworth. Thank you for speaking with us, and I know you're proud of what the guys have done this year.
Yes, I am very proud.
Very good. Thank you, Morris. Appreciate it very much.
Right.
Okay, Dave's going to fade out and then fade back in. Tell me your name.
Terry Jensen.
Terry Jensen. Okay, I'm going to introduce you. All right, we're back with our last parent here to talk to tonight before the Yankton Bucks and Sioux Falls Lincoln first-round playoff game, and I want to introduce to you Terry Jensen. Terry, thanks for joining us, and tell us your son's name.
My son's name is Matt Jensen.
Matt Jensen.
Linebacker for the Yankton Bucks.
You the linebacker, and does he play on the offensive side of the ball at all?
He also carries the ball. He's a halfback also.
Very good. Hey, what about this undefeated season so far?
Well, I predicted it 5 years ago.
Hey, can you believe that? Terry predicted it 5 years ago because he knew his son would be playing then.
Oh, yeah. I coached all these kids in the 3rd and the 4th grade.
Well, what do you think about the game tonight?
I'm going to give a prediction like I do every week. I'm saying 38-6.
38-6, Yankton Bucks. We've heard it from Terry Jensen. But, Terry, what do you think probably next round Tuesday? Playoffs really progressing quickly here. It's going to be a great second season, as they say.
Oh, yeah. I don't think, after watching the game last week, I don't think anybody can beat us. We gave up, I think, last week a couple of touchdowns. And I just think they're poised and ready to go.
Indeed, they are playing great. I really appreciate you joining us. Good luck for the rest of the season, and we're glad that your son Matt's playing on the Yankton Bucks football team.
Thank you very much, and I'm ready to go.
Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it.
I got a new VCR, so I
told him, I said, let me know if it did, and I'll bring it to tape. Recorded at home or something. I said, okay. We'll do the same. Hey, they're taking the captains. They're supposed to start at 7:15 instead of 7:30. Okay? No? 7:30?
It's awfully early. Who did Lincoln lose to this last week, Jack? Do you know? I know they said they lost a close game. Look at what their record is.
Christensen. At tackle, number 54, Brady Muth. At guard, number 63, Nick Sternhagen. At center, number 56, Daric Mortensen. At guard, number 72, Lance Petersen. At tackle, number 62, Kevin Plavec. At split end, number 80, Jeremy Fisher. At halfback, number 33, Jacob Worth. At halfback, number 36, Scott Nedved. At fullback, number 40, Eric Budig. At quarterback, number 12, Mason Myhre. The Patriots are coached by Bob Gary. The Bucks are coached by Jim Myhre.
Thanks very much. Good evening, everyone. Well, the excitement is here as we've reached playoff time. Of course, off with a clean slate. Sioux Falls Lincoln 2-6. They've got a great chance to make their season right here with a victory over the Bucks. Of course, Yankton has to watch out for any type of letdown. And Randy, windy, chilly conditions for football tonight.
Cold and the wind definitely with us again tonight, as it was against Aberdeen last week. At this point, though, the rain not with us, and we hope it stays that way.
We're looking forward to it. Sioux Falls Lincoln will be kicking off, and back to receive for the Bucks, Aaron Dykstra and Rusty Williamson. So it's Lincoln against Yankton, a lot of red and white on the field tonight. And the Bucks open defense of their state championship, and here is the kickoff as Rusty Williamson will bobble it. He'll pick it up there in the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. That was a nice long kickoff there by Adam Hicks. And Jacob Worth, the 185-pound junior. Tight end is Matt Christensen, a 195-pound junior, as Yankton comes out to the line for the first offensive play of the playoffs. And Mehrman keeps it. The play was a broken play and loses a yard. Sternhagen, a 230-pound junior. Also Lance Petersen, a 250-pound senior. And Daric Mortensen, the center, 270-pound senior. Jeremy Fisher, John Fisher, and Danny Johnson will all bring in the plays offensively from that split end position. Here's a second down in about 11. And there's a handoff up the middle and running hard for Yankton. Oh, boy, that's Jacob Worth. He's going right down the middle. He's across midfield. Jacob Worth to the 40, to the 30. He's going to score. An 80-yard touchdown run. Oh, my, for Yankton's Jacob Worth. It looked like it'd be just a 5 to 10-yard play up the middle, and all of a sudden Worth breaks into the end zone and goes all the way. We've played less than a minute. Yankton leads 6-0.
Wow. And interesting to see Worth there. He kind of had his hand on back of blockers in front of him. As you said, it looked like it'd just be a short gainer, and he was just finding the spot, found it, broke out, and led the way to the touchdown.
80 yards for Jacob Worth. We'll give him on that carry a touchdown. He did that against Rapid City Stevens on the second play offensively. Here's Nick Myers now getting set for the extra point. The snap is low. Reiner has the placement, though, and the kick is up, and it's good. Yankton 7, Sioux Falls Lincoln nothing. We've played just 52 seconds. Back in a half a minute with the kickoff on KYNT Sports. That drive.
Well, it doesn't take too much. You barely had a chance to write it down as we just started the game. An 80-yard drive, 2 plays, 80-yard touchdown run. And, of course, the time wasn't much, 52 seconds, 2-play drive, and bingo, the point after kick good, 7-0 Yankton, just like that.
Well, if there were any thoughts of a letdown, that play will kind of put those to rest. Nick Myers will be kicking off now for Yankton. Now, Lincoln, when they get the football, will be going with the wind. Back to receive the kick for Sioux Falls Lincoln. That's Josh Merkley. And here's a low one on the ground. It's picked up at the 25 and out to the 31. It looks like Hester. Now the return. Yeah, Ryan Hester, their leading ground gainer on the return, and Lincoln will have the football at the 31. Leading receiver is a 162-pound junior, Jared Johnson. We've got a lot of juniors in this starting lineup here, double wing type formation for Sioux Falls Lincoln. And the handoff up the middle gets nothing. Nice play in there defensively. Daric Budig along with Andy Holst in there to stop Hester from getting anything. Lincoln offensive line averages right about 200. Conversely, that Yankton offensive line averaging around 240. Now a shotgun formation. Here's a 4-receiver set. We'll see how Lincoln does on this offense. And they're going to throw a little square out. Johnson can't make the catch, as that was good Yankton coverage. Johnson from his wide right position had play of the football game. And we see a couple of raindrops coming down. Last week there, end of the first quarter, early second quarter, really rained against Aberdeen. Here's Hester in motion now to the right side for Lincoln. Gary's going to sprint out right. He's being chased hard, and he can't turn the corner. Good job defensively by the Bucks to come up and make the tackle. Chris Reiner up there to hit him hard along with Holst and Budig, and a 1-yard gain there, and it'll be punting time for the Patriots. We'll be in punt formation here. And back to receive the kick, Matt Jensen and Aaron Dykstra. And we might be able to get a good boot off here with the wind. Line of scrimmage, the 32 of Lincoln. Oh, the snap is high. Hicks tracks it down, though, and still has time to get off a good kick. And Dykstra is going to let it go, and it bounces out of bounds right at the 33. And so protection under one roof. And also brought to you by Chuck Sauer Family Foods at 21st and Broadway. Single wing formation now for Yankton. Mehrman at the quarterback. And there's the handoff to Worth. He's across the 35 out to the 40. 7-yard gain there for the Yankton wingback, Jacob Worth. Split wide right this time is John Fisher out there. Christensen, a tight end on the right side. Here's a handoff to Scott Nedved. He's got running room at the 45. He's out to midfield. 10-yard run for Yankton. The offensive line is doing the job here early in the first quarter. 7 win. We've beaten Lincoln a few times here in opening round play over the years since this district was aligned this way. Single wing is Nedved. Here's a first down. There's Budig. Off right tackle. Breaks the tackle and gets to the 43. So that'll go as about a 7-yard carry there for Daric Budig.
For those defenders, who is it? Is it Worth? Is it Nedved? Is it Budig? Any of those weapons potent?
Just when you think it's the three of them, Mehrman keeps the ball, which he does right there. And quarterback sneak for a first down. Yeah, they've got a lot of ways to hurt you. The Yankton Bucks first down here for Mason Mehrman, a 4-yard carry done tonight. Daric Budig, 7 yards per carry. Mason Mehrman, 5 yards a carry. First and 10 for the Bucks. 7:45 to play first quarter. Yankton leads 7-0. And the handoff to Nedved, and he's hit there at the line. Or no, a handoff up the middle, rather. And he gets a couple of yards. That was Mehrman, okay. Nice faking there. Mason Mehrman, nifty ball handler there. 2nd and 7. Here's a single wing now to the left side.
There's one thing about these headsets in the stands, Scott. They all know that you lie.
Yes, that's true. All right, Mehrman's back to pass. He's throwing in the flat. A great one-handed catch by Worth for no gain, though.
No gain, maybe a loss, but what a catch. One-handed just snared it in.
Boy, that was thrown out in front of him, almost a little dangerous there, and Worth made a great grab, but for no gain. Well, Mehrman completing right about 60% of his passes on the season. 30 out of 54. 3rd and 7. We'll see if Yankton puts it in the air. Here's Nedved. Sweep to the right side. Has 5 yards. Has a first down. 10, 15, 20. Nedved down to the 10-yard line, and he's hit down there at the 7. And Scott Nedved takes it to a 1st and goal situation. Nice run there by Yankton as they get 28 yards on the play.
Yeah, just like
down and goal at the 7. Yankton already with a 1-touchdown lead, 7-0. Bucks trying to take it in again. Split backfield with Worth and Budig. Daric Budig up the middle, powering his way down to the 5. Couple-yard gain there. Offensive line for Yankton is handling the Patriots' defensive line pretty well. We'll call that football at the 4-yard line with a 2nd down, goal to go. Yankton with a 7-0 lead in the first quarter, opening game of the playoffs. Here's Mason Mehrman as he hands it off up the middle. Still no score. Budig gets another yard or 2. We'll put him down at the 2-yard line. Coach Arlen Lickness, along with Jim Myhre, sending Danny Johnson in with the play. 4:50 to play in the first quarter. Yankton with a 7-0 advantage. Johnson split wide right. We'll see who's going to get the ball here on 3rd down. Gonna try Budig again. He's trying to push the line, and he does, and it is touchdown Yankton. A 2-yard carry for Daric Budig off left tackle, and the Bucks lead 13-0 here in the first quarter. 4:33 to play in quarter number 1. Another fine drive for Yankton. This one took longer, more a typical Yankton drive, and a touchdown is the result. 13-0, the Bucks with the lead. Nick Meyers will come on. Budig gets that 2-yard carry for the touchdown. Boy, Yankton dominating this right from the start. Snap put down, and the kick by Nick Meyers is up and good. It's 14-0 Bucks. 4:33 left in the first. Back in 30 seconds with a kickoff on
first quarter. Aberdeen Central 7, Huron 6, and in the second quarter, Mitchell 7, Pier 0. Now back to you.
Robert, thanks very much. All right, we appreciate the score updates. Most of the games in AA got started at 7, so we do expect to be a little ahead of the game as far as getting scores. Randy, what about that touchdown drive for Yankton?
A ball control drive, 67 yards, took 10 plays to score, and 4 minutes and 46 seconds. The Budig 2-yard touchdown run kicked by Meyers good. It's 14-0.
Well, Lincoln with a ball back at their own 15 on the kickoff. As it was Merkley not being able to handle the squib kick, he finally picked it up and was snowed under at the 15 coverage.
Like Jim Myers said at the beginning of the year, he expected somebody to break out as like Lou Przanski last year for the Bucks.
Tom Draskovic has made a lot of tackles. All right, it's Gary now at the quarterback position, trailing by 2 touchdowns. He'll keep it and gets nothing. Again, outstanding Yankton interior defense right there, and I don't know what Lincoln's going to be able to do here. They all played last year. Jacob Huth, Derik, Budig, Joe Merkwan, and Matt Jensen. Nice to have 4 linebackers who started last year. All right, here's a 2nd down and 10 now for the Patriots. Back to pass, Gary. Square out, it's blocked away. It looked like Heine was up there to block down the pass. 3rd and 10. 3:25 to go in the first period. Yankton leading 14-0 already. And we'll see what the Patriots bring in here on a 3rd and 10. The cornerbacks are Carl Tweeten and Rusty Williamson. Chris Reiner at the safety for the Bucks defense. Gary looking things over. Man in motion to the left side. They're going to try a draw play. Breaking a tackle, Hester, but he gets no gain on it. As Yankton really was up there to react well. Irvine, who had been brought in. No gain on the play, and back to kick again is Weeks, and back to receive the kick, Dykstra and Jensen. 4th down and long. The snap is way low, picked up on 1 bounce and able to get the kick off, and it's received there by Dykstra, and he'll be hit out of bounds, and hit hard there out of bounds, just across midfield. Tervine with a big hit. Boy, Heine was right in there on the punter after that snap hit the grass.
A 35-yard punt, 8-yard return to the 42.
Yard line of Lincoln. Yankton in great scoring position again right here. In fact, a much better offensive position than the first 2 times they had it. Double wing here. Matt Jensen now in at a wing back for the Bucks. Daric Budig, the fullback, right behind the quarterback. There's the handoff to Jensen, and he gets it for 4 yards. Jensen getting some playing time here at wing-back position. Christensen, good blocker at tight end, caught a touchdown pass last week. Double wing set here, everybody bunched in close for Yankton on the 2nd down and 6. Daric Budig up the middle. He's got a 1st down, and he takes it to the 29 as Budig rambles there for 9 yards. Daric Budig with a touchdown. Of course, Jake coming off the field there. Will be Matt Bone in at a fullback position. 1st down and 10 for Yankton. Here's Scott Nedved trying the right side. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage to the 25-15. Nedved at the 10. He'll make it into the end zone. Again, it looked like the Yankton ball carrier would be hit and brought down at the line of scrimmage or for a 5-yard run. And what happens? But Scott Nedved stays on his feet and goes 30 yards for a touchdown. Yankton leads it 20-0 in the first quarter. 1. Chris Reiner, the holder. Snap down, and Myhre's kick is up, and it is good. Yankton 21-0 over Lincoln in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds with a kickoff on KYNT Sports. Well, we've got a big score here. Yankton 21-0 over Lincoln. And Randy, what about that touchdown drive?
Maybe another page or 2 before the night's done at this rate. This drive, 42 yards, took only 56 seconds to do so in just 3 plays. The 30-yard touchdown run by Nedved. Kick after by Myers good. Yankton on top 21-0.
Oh, this one handled by Merkley at his 20, and he's taken down at the 30. Ryan Heine there on coverage. And also for Yankton, Grant there. Yankton, right up about 200 yards. 4-receiver offense for Lincoln. The Patriots need to get something going right here. Quarterback Gary, a little slanted. It's caught for 5 and taken for about a 9-yard gain there. So completion there, by far the biggest play for Lincoln here. Late in the first quarter, 21-0, Yankton with the lead. Glad you're with us tonight on KYNT Yankton. Coverage of the Bucks and Gazelles throughout the year. There's a I formation now. And the second man through, well, it's going to be real close right there at the 30. May have the 1st down, or at the 40 rather. See if Hester got that first down. Yes, he did. Record-setting night, they hope, for the Yankton Bucks. Of course, most importantly, to get into that quarterfinal round of the playoffs. There's a little square-out pattern. Nice grab there, and about a 6-yard gain. Brad Voss with a catch. So Voss makes the grab there and gets it out to the 47-yard line. Leading 21-0.
The Sports Nut open 7 days a week at 2007 Broadway in Yankton.
We start the second quarter. Sioux Falls Lincoln with a 2nd and 4, but Yankton with a 21-0 lead. Gary's going to keep it around the right end. He's hitting the backfield, and he'll lose 5 yards. Boy, up there to make a stop in a hurry, Matt Jensen, helped out by Christensen there from a linebacking position. 3rd and 8 for Lincoln, now going into the wind here with 5 receivers in this formation. Similar to Aberdeen Central, but a little different results. Here's the pass to Johnson. He grabs it at the line of scrimmage, makes one move, and ends up getting 2 yards, and that's it. As it was Tony Petersen there to make a tackle. Of an adventure so far for Adam Hicks. We'll check out this center snap right here. Line of scrimmage, Lincoln's own 45. So after they get a first down, the drive bogs down. And the kick will be coming up into the wind. Snap, bounces back to Weeks. He's going to run for it. Now he will kick it. Gets a great kick off into the wind. Jensen did the right thing to let it bounce. Now there's a flag on the play. I don't know if it was offside, possibly.
It ends up being a 35-yard punt if it stays, possibly.
4th down and 1 yard to go. Football right there at the 50. Yeah, Lincoln brings out their offense here. Now this is the right call. We'll see if they can make it. 4th and 1. Football at midfield. Everybody bunched in close. Gary back to pass, and it's incomplete. Not a bad call, but Carl Tweeten with great coverage there, as Voss had just done a square out for 5 yards, and then Yankton Bucks here, 21-0. And the Bucks have a football again. My. Offensive line doing the job for Yankton. Sternhagen and Petersen at the guards. Daric Mortensen is the center. Muth and Plavec at the tackle positions. Budig gets the handoff and just gets a yard. Roosevelt beat Brookings 21-14.
Bobcats had a chance inside 2 minutes and actually were intercepted at the 1 yard line.
Oof. Here's the handoff now on the right side. That's Nedved making a nice move at the 45, and he'll take it to the 42. That's a 7-yard gain for the Yankton sophomore wingback. Well, 3. Budig 741 yards rushing. You never know. Yankton keeps going. The both of them could get 1,000. Jacob Worth is over 500 now. And here's a double handoff to Worth. He'll cut it back, and looks like he got the first down just across the 40, and he did. Jacob Worth with a couple-yard gain. Good enough for a Yankton first down. Lewis & Clark Title Company. See them for all your title insurance and real estate closing needs. Call 668-0000. 21-0. The Bucks lead. Double wing set here. First down. And this is Aaron Dykstra, and he breaks a tackle and gets 5 yards on the play. Yankton bringing in a number of ball carriers, trying to keep everybody fresh here, and they're all doing a fine job. It's a 2nd down and 5 now for over 200 yards tonight. Early in the second quarter.